Hello, Sagittarius. This is Debs, and this is your reading for mid-November 2023. Saggy, how do we get to mid-November? I don't know, but here we are. I hope everyone is well out there. Now, Sag, in meditation, I saw a vision of a gymnast who was training, and her coach was there. She was trying to pole vault over a very, very high bar. And she was looking up at this bar thinking, wow, I'm never going to get over it. And she was having a bit of an argument with her coach. What she was saying was, the crash mat's old. It's worn down. It's not sturdy enough. I need something that's really going to help me push up over this pole. And so the coach went away, and the next day they came back and they had bought a brand new mat. And this time, this girl took a running jump, planted this pole onto this mat, and she just about managed to get over the top. And then the vision ended. So, Sag, I don't imagine that many of you are gymnasts out there. You could be. You could be training hard. What I feel this is, Sag, you're wanting to aim higher. You're wanting to get over an obstacle or up to the next level, but you need a different foundation to help you get there, right? Yeah. So Sanji, whatever this is, it could be career. It could be this is you thinking, I want to start a new career, but I don't have the time to study to move in a different direction. It could be that this is you feeling you want to start building on a dream. You could be wanting to buy a car. You could be wanting to buy a property, but you don't quite have the foundation that you need to get you there, right? You need to save up a little bit more money. It may be in 2 or 3 years' time you can manage it. But I feel, Sanj, you're going to find a way around this. You're going to get there. It's going to surprise you. You're going to get there earlier than you thought. But you may need to think outside the box. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's see what's going on. The deck that I'm using is the Marchetti Tarot. I had to think then. It's been a long day. Let's get into this, Saggy, and see what this is all about. So, Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the reading for my Sagittarians. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, mid-November 2023. Do forgive my voice, Saggy. I've been struggling with getting over a cold. It's just that time of year, right? Ooh, okay. I can't pick it up, but the Seven of Swords flew out of the deck, but it's flown upside down, which is good news. So, Sag, you may have been thinking up a strategy to do this, but it might have not been quite the right way of doing it, of achieving it. It may be that you would have needed to have been a little bit underhand. You're not going to go down that route. You're wanting this to be clean cut. But you're definitely wanting to get yourself up and over a situation. I'm also hearing raising the bar. Raising the bar, okay. Yeah. So you're in deep thought, Serge, about this. You can do this, but you need to alter your way of thinking. You may need to take an alternative route rather than the traditional route. You may need people's help in doing this. You're going to achieve it, but you need to think differently. I'm hearing turn it on its head. You need to think differently. Turning it on its head is going to help. Michael's now saying work from the inside out rather than the outside in. Again, I don't know what that means. You may know. You may know. Okay. The Fool. Sag, you're wanting to take a bit of a chance in doing something. It's going to shift you in a very different direction, but you're a bit nervous because it is slightly risky. This is you starting a career that's very, very different whilst holding down a 9 to 5. This is you beginning a relationship with somebody before ending a previous relationship. Whatever this is for you. Hangman. You want to take a leap of faith and a risk, but you're a little bit stuck. I think the divine is asking you to look at something from a different perspective in order to achieve what you want to achieve. I'm hearing make sure it's above board. Make sure it's above board. Six of Coins in the past. Equal give and take. So you were in a balanced connection in the past, or you may even have felt, Sag, that you were bringing money in, but just as quickly the money was going out, not being able to shift yourself onto a higher level because, you know, it's sort of 2 steps forward, 2 steps back all the time. So in the past, it was a bit of a challenge. After that time, 8 of Cups. After that time, Sag, you left a small amount of things that you didn't need behind in order to concentrate on this one thing. This could be you stapling down your checkbook, as they say, you know. This is you thinking, well, if I want to purchase that, then I'm going to need to make sure I don't spend money on silly things. I need to save. If this is you, Sag, wanting to move into a new relationship, this is you realizing, well, I can't kind of play the field in between. I have to really go for the person that I want, because otherwise it's not going to work out. Whatever this is for you, Sag, you somehow need to look at things a bit differently. In your head, 8 of Swords, yeah, you know that it's going to take careful thought to achieve this. In the immediate future, the High Priestess. What they're saying, Sag, is use your intuition and don't jump in feet first before you're ready. Make sure you've got everything lined up. I'm seeing somebody lining up skittles so that they're really, really straight before bowling that ball down the alley, right? I'm hearing if you want to knock something out of the park, you've got to look at a different strategy. Yeah. Seeing a baseball game now. Yeah, if you want to hit it out of the park, Sag, you've got to think a bit differently. In your fears, Ace of Swords. Fearing that this is simply not going to work, that you're going to have to walk away from this idea, this desire, this goal, and leave it behind. You're fearing that. In the environment is the Ace of Wands. In the environment seems to be someone who has a bright idea as to how you can achieve this. It may not start perfectly in the way that you want it to, but in treading very carefully and by starting this, I'm hearing top to tail, then it's going to work out. There's definitely a sense of slow burn. You want to go for this, but you feel, you're a bit stuck. You're a bit stuck. You need to see things from a different perspective, Saggy. What you're hoping to do, King of Wands, is, if you're a masculine Sag, to take charge and to just do this. If you're a feminine Sag, you may be hoping to either get the advice or the A-OK from an Aries, Leo, Sag, a fellow fire sign, or you could be hoping to be with a King of Wands. The outcome, 6 of Cups. Oh, this is so strange. Michael's now showing me a paper shredder. Okay, do you need to get rid of negative past memories? He's now showing me somebody vacuuming. Yeah, Sag, you need to get rid of something in the past that's been holding you back. It could be a bad memory. It could be, you know, a school teacher that used to tell you you're thick as 2 short planks, you'll never achieve anything in your life. It could have seared into your soul, which made you feel very insecure. You may be highly successful, but there may always be that memory of that school teacher who told you you would never accomplish anything, you know? You somehow need to detach from the past in order to be successful in whatever you're trying to achieve. Clarification for you, Queen of Wands. I think this is you, Saji. This is you wanting to achieve something. You're very fired up and excited. It's as if you can't wait. This is someone waiting, looking out the window in anticipation. Oh, I just can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I kind of want this now. I want to do this now. Whatever this is for you. What they're saying is, Sag, take your time. Temperance. You may feel as if you've been wasting time, coasting, and that you want to do this now. But Sag, I just don't feel the time is totally right, because you've got to clear up something from your past first. Whoever is giving you the inspiration to do this, they're sitting in the energy of the star. They have, I'm hearing, already taking control of their past, and they're sitting in a balanced energy. This is someone who's ready. This is someone with a lot of knowledge. This could be someone who is extremely balanced. They may be the vehicle that you need to help you do this, whatever this is for you. Again, could be an Aquarian. 2 of Coins. I'm hearing balancing act. I'm seeing someone on a high wire. Whoever this person is moves very carefully, inch by inch. This is somebody who doesn't jump forward and take a risk. This is somebody who takes risks, but they are calculated. There's a lot of thought behind what this person does. They may be, in the nicest sense, a calming influence on you, but they hold a lot of knowledge and inspiration. They may be extremely busy in the work that they do. This is something that they may pass on to you, Sag. Well, Sag, you could do this. I can inspire you to do this. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and you're going to have to start from the bottom. 2 of Coins. You're going to have to start from the bottom. There's no easy way of getting to the top super fast. You can do it a little bit quicker than most people, but to do it, you need a really strong, good foundation. If you do not have that foundation, you're not going to achieve it. Now, this could be, for instance, someone who is saying to you, if you want to start a new career, I can inspire you in moving in the right direction, because this could be, say, a fellow entrepreneur or somebody who also changed their life, changed their career. But what this person is saying to you is, you can't do it if you're just sitting on 2 pentacles. To take that risk, you need to have savings in your bank account, right? Because what if this new career doesn't actually take off? What if this venture doesn't bring in the money that you really hope it will in the first year? You need something to lean on. You need a foundation. You can't get up over to the next level unless you've got a really good foundation to pole vault from, right? So make sure you have a good foundation. And there's something here that this person is relaying to you about the past. Now, Sag, if this is you considering becoming something like a counselor, then what this person is saying is you need to have a balanced mind. You need to be very positive in the energy that you portray, because you're dealing with people with a lot of issues, a lot of problems, a lot of heartbreak, maybe. What this person is saying is, in the nicest sense, you need to have experienced quite a few of the issues that you know these people are going to need help with in order for you to be really successful at this. And that's a tough one, right? So if you're counseling somebody who has just lost their job, what they're saying to you, Sag, is, well, have you lost your job? Do you know how it feels when you lose your job? Not only financially, but psychologically, emotionally, it's tough. There's a sense of not being good enough. They've chosen somebody over me. My work isn't of the quality that they need, right? It's very difficult. So whatever this is for you that you're trying to achieve, this is someone giving you advice. Because you're not coming out with exactly what this is to this person, but they seem to be inspiring you. And what you're learning is the basics. And the basics are, you need a strong foundation. It's not easy. And you almost need a world of experience in order for you to achieve this. So delve into your past memories. If you have the courage to sit yourself in some very difficult situations you were in the past because you want to help other people, if you're strong enough to do that, then you could be very successful. If this is you wanting to go from A to Z super fast, but you don't have a foundation, you don't have the experience, you don't have the knowledge, it's not going to be possible. They're going to be pretty blunt. Under the deck, Sag, wow, we've got the Five of Wands. So this is inner conflict. Ten of Pentacles. That's a foundation. That could be a relationship. It could be a lot of money. The Five of Swords. The Three of Swords. Goodness me, guys. And the Eight of Pentacles. So, Sag, you are wanting to work on a difficult situation. There's been a lot of drama. It could be at work, it could be in a relationship. There's been a lot of drama relating to the Ten of Pentacles. Now, this is either you wanting to escape a long-term situation and move towards somebody else. But what I think this person is advising you is, well, I can inspire you to have the courage to do this, but have you got what it takes to offer this person you want to be with a proper relationship? Are you going to still stay attached to somebody else? So if you're a female Saggy and you want to be with a masculine, for instance, your best friend may be saying, Sag, you could go for this. Yeah, you could do this. But you kind of need to talk to your husband first to tell them that the relationship is over, because you need to do things the right way. Turn it on its head. Look at things from a different perspective before you jump in, right? If you're a masculine Sag, the same thing goes. If this is about career, you're very conflicted because you may want to earn the Ten of Pentacles quickly, But with the Five of Swords, there's a sense that every time you feel as if you might be going down the right road, you sabotage yourself, you run away from it. This is you thinking about starting a business and chickening out at the last minute. And then you feel cross with yourself because you're kind of heartbroken about it. Wow, well, maybe if I stuck it out, I could have achieved the Ten of Pentacles, but you didn't. Eight of Pentacles. Sag, you want to put work into a situation that is going to make you happy, that could bring you stability in your life. But what the divine is saying is, you got to do this properly. You can't rush in and then change your mind and back off. You got to think about this very carefully. Because I feel, Sag, for some of you, this is kind of third time lucky. This is you thinking, okay, I'm really ready to do this now. I'm not going to run away from this. I'm going to take charge of this. But someone in your environment is saying, look at all the angles first. Yes, you want to jump in with the energy of the Fool. At the moment, you feel a bit stuck. But this person is saying, calm it down. Calm it down. You need to heal from a situation first. And then you need to carefully contemplate whether or not this is right for you. And look at your own financial foundation before you make a move. They're inspiring you, but at the same time, they're telling you to be a little bit more patient. You don't want to be patient, Sag. You want to jump right in. But I feel the reason why you want to jump right in is that you're feeling really held back, held down by something that you're in right now. So this could be you wanting to be impulsive because you absolutely hate your job, right? This is you thinking, I want to hand in my notice tomorrow because I absolutely hate my job. What this person is saying is, well, I can give you inspiration, but for God's sake, what about your money, right? You've got to give a month's notice, and then what are you going to do if this new project doesn't actually bring in the money that you hope it will? If this is a relationship, Sag, this is someone who was saying, yeah, you got a lot of passion for this new person, but you are still stuck in another situation. So how is that going to work? You need to get rid of this other situation first and heal, and then look at moving forward with your new person. And somehow all of that entails you looking at the past. Maybe your past patterns of behavior, your past actions. Have you really learned, you know? Yeah. Here we go. Archangel Michael, why Sag sat in the energy of the Fool and the Hanging Man? You want to take a leap of faith, but you're stuck. It's sort of a contradiction in terms. Yeah, the Moon, you're scared. You're scared of the unknown. What if I leave this relationship I'm in and a new relationship doesn't work out? What if I leave my job and this new venture doesn't take off? How is Sag feeling right now, Michael? How is Sag feeling right now? Yeah, you are feeling left out in the cold. You either hate your job or you're not happy in your relationship. But you're also worried, Moon, Five of Coins, that if you do take a leap of faith and a jump, it may cause you financial loss. Or you may be left out in the cold. If you jump towards somebody that you want to be with, but you're still in a long-term connection with somebody else, there's a very good chance that that person that you want to be with is going to push you away, right? Leave you out in the cold. What is on Saggy's mind? Guys, you're stuck, yeah? Because the Chariot is about being pulled in two separate directions. Two horses going in different directions, right? It's as if you so want progress in your life. You want to just jump forward, get to the next level. You want to progress, whatever this is for you. But you're pulled back to the past as you try to strategize as to how to move into your future. And of course, you know, it's like if you pull on a rope at both ends, you don't go left, you don't go right. You're stalemate. Stalemate. So this is a challenge, Sag. Yeah. Judgment. The divine is asking you to think about this quite seriously. Take your time. What is Sag thinking about? The Death card, yeah. What you're realizing, Sag, is something has to go to bring in the new. You have to fully close out a cycle, learn from it, heal, rebuild, if necessary, a foundation, and then move into the next cycle. You can't just go from A to Z. It's just not going to happen for you. It's not going to work out. In the past, you were thinking about the concept of equal give and take. 6 of Pentacles. Empress. So Sag, you wanted to move into a balanced connection. You felt you had what it took, but there's a sense that you were giving to one situation in part and trying to put your energy into another situation as well. And I think you achieved it in the past with a lot of juggling, but it wasn't easy. You knew you had to choose a direction. You couldn't keep giving to both. But you were determined to do it. Magician. Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini energy. You kind of wanted to manifest giving to both, but you realized that it was becoming a bit too taxing. It was taking too much out of you. You might have felt tired and drained and stressed or even guilty. You just couldn't do it. Yeah. You created a third energy, which was a block, because you were trying to give equally to 2 situations, trying to keep your 9 to 5 going while building a business, and the block was maybe you just became exhausted, or maybe you had to keep one situation under wraps. You had to hide it from your boss, right? That you were running a business on the side or trying to. Whatever this was for you, you created another energy which made it even more difficult. After that time with the 8 of Cups, I think you pulled back from giving or trying to give to 2 situations. Yes, you walked away from trying to manifest them both at the same time because you realized that it was becoming too difficult. You had to choose one direction or the other. The divine was saying to you, we can allow this door to open, Sag, but you have to close the one behind you first. You can't sit on the fence. You don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you don't have the resources. It's not possible. And I think it left you feeling frustrated. Yeah. So what ended up happening was that you decided not to do anything at all. Well, I'm just going to hold back from putting effort into either. And I'm going to sit and think about what I want to do. What was Sag thinking about? Yeah, I just don't have the resources. And this is also you holding on to something which meant that you couldn't fully give to the new situation. Right? Yeah. So I think what you did, you hung on to an old situation and you might have thought to yourself, I have to work on my finances first. Whether or not this is you wanting to get out of a job, whether or not this is you getting out of a relationship, you thought, I've got to be financially stable first. So you stopped actually giving to both situations to the extent that you were trying to build a business whilst maybe trying to put in all hours God sent in terms of a job, or trying to hold down a long-term relationship whilst maybe seeing somebody on the side. It wasn't working for you. It wasn't working. So you pulled back, you hung on to the present cycle that you were in, which is a cycle that you're trying to break free of now. And this is you thinking, first things first, I have to sort out my finances. 4 of Pentacles, right? What you're thinking about now is you're a little bit stressed because time is ticking. You really want to do this thing. You want to move into this new cycle. You want to take charge of the situation. But it's almost as if you've got to a desperate point of, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to jump feet first. But what this person in the environment is saying is, yes, you're inspired to do this, but you've got to think about the consequences. Yes, you want to be a star and run your own business, right? Be well known, get off the treadmill. But have you got the foundation to kickstart this new business? You need a little bit of money to start it. And then you need more money in order to give you a cushion financially if there's no profit in the first year. You may have a lot of passion for a new person, but this new person is going to push you away because they're going to see you juggling somebody else. And it's not going to work. So you're in your head. What is Sag thinking about? The Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is about tradition. It's about following the steps, doing it in a traditional way. This is you knowing that you have to take control of a relationship before you move forward into a new one, particularly if you're married, right? The Hierophant can also be a business, a structure. What you're thinking about is, if I'm to be successful in this new business, I know I have to do it step by step. But everything inside you, Sag, is thinking, I'm so desperately wanting to get out of this. I just want to go for it. I don't care about the steps. I'll manage it. I'm sure it'll be okay. No, Sag, it won't be. It's a bit too impulsive. You're going to fall flat on your face. And then you're going to feel cross with yourself. Again, it all comes down, I think, to finances. To finances. You need to work on your financial foundation before jumping forward into this new thing. Can you afford, for instance, to divorce? You need money for that, right? Can you afford to move into your own place if your partner gets the house? You need money for that. If this is a business venture, that takes a lot of cash. And if you get rid of your 9 to 5, if you hand in your notice because you're so sick of it, you don't have any income coming in whatsoever. It's a massive risk. So what you're thinking about is, oh, this is so frustrating. I want to get out of this, but I need the finances. I need the money. Yeah, I need to get myself into a grounded, stable place financially in order to move into this beautiful Ace of Cups, which is self-love. It can be a new relationship. It could be a brand new project you have a lot of passion for. And you know it. Page of Coins. To start this new contract or to start dating someone new, it's almost as if you need a gift of money. Now, this could be you going for a loan. It could be you going talking to your bank manager. It could be you going to seek advice from someone who runs a similar type of business. It could be you even going to talk to a friend, Sag, who's been through the divorce process. So with knowledge and maybe a little bit of a helping hand, you could do this. So this is achievable, but you may need outside help. All right, my lovely Saggies. All a bit intense, isn't it? Archangel Michael, when do we have the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands? You're using your intuition, Sag, and in the environment is somebody who is inspiring you, okay? Really, Michael, okay. February next year. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, Des, really, it's like ages away. Well, it's not, guys. We're in mid-November. You know, It's 2.5 months, something like that. You're not saying very much, but you're soaking in a lot of information and you're keeping your plans to yourself. Someone in your environment is saying you could do this, but you need X, Y, Z, right? You need knowledge, experience, and a financial foundation. What is Saggy thinking about? Sag, you want your ship to come in. You want your ship to come in. You want to move in a new direction. You're ready for change. You're so ready for change. Justice. Whatever this change entails, you may need to seek legal advice. If you're leaving a job, starting a business, moving into the divorce process, you need legal advice. This is actually a very good energy for you to sit in, Sag, because you're very balanced. You're not telling a lot of people what you're planning on doing in case it doesn't work out. You're leaning on your intuition and you are making sure that you don't do anything rash, which is a good thing. What else is Sag thinking about? Yeah, okay, the past. Your past experiences, your knowledge, and you may also be considering what you saved in the past. Maybe looking to see if you can unearth some extra cash somehow. Could you get a loan from a family member? Could you sell a few valuable things that you got lying in your house that you don't need anymore? You're looking at the finances and you're looking at the past. And what you're concentrating on is, I'm hearing a cool drink of water. What you're concentrating on is this new thing that you want. That's your Ace of Cups. You're studying it. You're analysing it. Is this really what I want? Is this going to give me what I want? Am I going to be disappointed? You're really thinking about this. So this is a great energy, Sag, because you're shifting from wanting to do something impulsive to really holding back and looking at this, looking at the details of this. What else is Saggy thinking about? The Hermit. You could be connecting with a Virgo, but I think this is you soul searching. You're shining a light on the past and you're thinking about your future, but again, you're in isolation. You're not telling many people about this. You may be wanting to spend some time on your own. You're contemplating this. Again, contemplation. Four of Swords. Taking a really big step back and looking at the bigger picture. Looking at things from a different perspective. Is this really worth letting go of the old cycle for? Is it really worth it? Is it going to make me happy? Four of Wands. Is this new job going to bring me the stability that I've been hoping for? Is this new relationship going to lead to getting engaged, getting married, setting up house? You're really thinking about this. And then, Sag, I think the action's going to begin. I still don't think, Sag, you're talking to those that are nearest and dearest. But what you are doing is you're doing a heck of a lot of research on the internet. You could be asking advice from external sources who are not involved in your life. So rather than speaking to your mum or your dad or your cousin or your best friend, what you're doing is you're seeking advice from someone who knows what they're talking about pertaining to this. Divorce lawyer, job agent, someone who runs a company, they've been doing it for 10 years. You're pulling in more information. More information. And what you're realizing, Sag, with the Six of Wands is that this could be successful. Now, whether or not you're seeking financial advice, legal advice, relationship advice, advice about running a business, what you're coming to the conclusion about is you now feel as if you've got a foundation prepared to move into this new cycle. Whether or not this is you getting a loan, whether or not you've sought legal advice in getting out of a relationship, whether or not this is you starting a new business and thinking, okay, I know what it's going to take to do this, I think I've got what it takes, then you're beginning the process. You're beginning to really consider moving into that new cycle. And this is someone who is inspiring you. But I also feel, Sag, that trying to keep your feet on the ground as well. It's as if you're a runaway train, and what they're doing is they're putting a big stop sign in front of you. Hang on, Sag. Yes, you can go. You got the fuel. You got the vehicle. But are you sure about this? Are you sure? So the person in the environment, Sag, is giving you some good advice. They are very creative. They're telling you you could do this. Very interesting. This is a chameleon. If you look at that image, we've got a chameleon. Now, as many of you will know, a chameleon changes the color of its skin based on its environment. What they may be saying to you, Sag, is you need to adapt to the environment. You can do this, sure. Okay, you think you've got what it takes? You think you're going to be successful? Sure. But can you adapt to the environment? Are you going to manage to cope with the fact that if you're not sitting in a 9-to-5 job, right, where you have an hour for lunch and you have to be in at a certain time, you leave at a certain time and all that kind of thing, if you're running your own ship, if you're running your own business, do you have the work ethic to get up on a Saturday morning at 7 a.m. and work because you will need to? The idea of running a business is wonderful, but people don't understand the time, energy, effort it takes to do this. Tax implications. You're going to have to sort out healthcare because you don't have a company providing you with healthcare. Have you thought about a pension plan? You got no pension, right? If you leave a company, you're working for yourself. If it all goes wrong, do you have anyone to support you? Probably not. What this person is saying is the idea of this sounds wonderful, but you have to make sure you can adapt to the environment. If this is you leaving a relationship to be with someone, do you really know who that person is? Deep down. Do you know their history? Do you know the way their mind works? Do you know what their day-to-day routine is? Could you actually live together? Have you tried living together before? Probably not, because if you're leaving a long-term relationship, unless it's a very unusual situation, you wouldn't have lived with this person before. So you're a little bit in the dark. Whoever this person is, they're inspiring you, but they are saying to you, you are going to need to adapt. It's not going to be easy. What else are they saying to Sag? Ace of Coins. Now, for some of you, you may need to consider moving to a different area. For others of you, this is someone who's saying you may need a lump sum of money behind you in order for you to achieve this. You need a safety net of sorts. Again, if you are getting a little bit of a gift of money with the Page of Coins, it may not be enough because this is a larger amount. Yeah. So what this person is saying is, Sag, if you're going to move towards someone, having gone through divorce, this person may be suggesting you speak to a financial advisor. Or what they're saying is, if you leave this relationship here to be with this new person, they will probably expect you to commit to them. Are you ready to do that? Or have you not thought about what you want to do? If this is a worthy person, they may be a good catch, and they may not be necessarily that happy with a kind of see you when I see you type situation, even if you've broken free and you're single. Are you ready to commit? What else are they saying? Do you really love whatever this is? Do you love this person? Do you love potentially what you'll be doing in a new business? Because, for instance, if you want to open up a company that is, I'm putting it out of thin air, making jewelry, right? And you want to leave a 9-to-5 job, set up an Etsy shop. What this person is saying is you're going to have to make jewelry 24/7, 7 days a week for the first 6 months to get the amount that you need in order for you to cope with the turnover, the demand, right? Are you going to sit there thinking, oh my God, I hate this. I hate this. I'm stuck inside. I'm really bored. I feel as if it's just the same thing over and over and over again. Do you love it enough to put everything into this? Do you have a passion for this? So this person is getting you to really think about this. What else are they saying? What else are they saying, Michael? What would you do if it all went wrong? What would you do if you left your 9-to-5 and your business didn't take off? What would you do? What would you do if you left your marriage or your partnership and you moved in with this person and it didn't work out? Do you have a contingency plan? Do you have somewhere that you could move to if it didn't work out? If you're moving in with someone? Otherwise you'd be homeless, right? Do you have another way of earning money if this business doesn't take off? What would you do? I know this is boring, sad, but I feel this person is trying to get you into a real frame of mind, not a sort of pie in the sky, oh, I just want to get out of this situation and jump forward into this new situation. What this person is giving you is actually very good advice. Think before you jump. Have you thought about this, 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 and this? And Sag, I know what you guys are like. I can say that with love because I've got Sag rising. But we tend to just go for something. We'll think about the consequences later. But you could get yourself in hot water, emotionally or financially. It could be tough. So, do you have a crash mat to land on? Do you have a safety net? You need one. So, Saji, this is you thinking about all of this. What is the energy between these two people? Yeah. So Sag, 3 of Cups, this is somebody who is very much on your side. They are on your side. They want you to be happy. They want you to celebrate. But what they're saying is, make sure you've really thought this through. Really thought this through. Because whatever this is, you're looking at Judgment and the Death card. This is a major life decision. It's not something that should be taken lightly. So Sag, we now come to the part where you are about to really do this, okay? 6 of Cups. Now this is the tricky bit because this is the emotional side of you detaching from the previous cycle. You could have had a lot of history with an ex-partner. You could even have kids. If this is you in a job, you may have been in that job for 10 years. Everyone knows you. You work well as a team. You're about to detach, Sag, from a cycle you may have been in for quite a long time. So this is you now looking at the emotional implications of breaking free. How is Sag feeling? I think you're ready to go with the 9 of Wands. It's as if you're a bit battle scarred, you're a bit worn, you're a bit tired, you're drained, you want out of it, right? But there's a heaviness here relating to the past. There's a heaviness. Wow, yeah, there's a heaviness. Now, Sag, this can be very complicated, but there could be a sense of wanting to change your skin. 2 chameleons up there, right? Wanting to make this decision. But this is you weighed down because you're kind of going to have to put yourself out there totally, understanding that there are no guarantees. That's the scary thing, Sag. There are no guarantees that this new cycle is going to work. And this is you suddenly getting cold feet. Oh my goodness. Am I ready? What is Sag thinking about? Yeah, Sag, you're not quite ready to bite the bullet yet. And for many of you, you're going to be thinking, oh, for goodness sake, Des, I really want to do this. You know, I've learned all this information. I've got all this advice. I've sorted out the finances. Yes, but this is you taking a step back and thinking, are there other options? Rather than jumping from one big cycle straight into another big cycle, could you kind of weave your way slowly forwards, doing other things? Could you build up a really solid friendship with the person that you want to be with before you try to move this into a serious commitment? Could you start an online business doing what you want to do full time, but do it at the weekends to start with? I feel as if you're suddenly feeling a bit overwhelmed. Oh my goodness, right? Am I really ready? Is there another way that I could do this? Maybe I could start doing it step by step. Yeah, absolutely, you could. And it may be better doing it that way. I think, Saj, what you're realizing is, however you start this, and you may decide to start it step by step rather than all at once, you're going to feel as if you're progressing. It's going to make you happy. Even if you progress a little bit in the right direction, you're actually getting somewhere. Because here, you kind of just had it. This is you tempering the desire to do something really impulsive, because what you're realizing is it may be too risky at this point of time. It may be a bit too risky. If you start this really slowly, step by step, you're still going to feel as if you're progressing. You're still going to feel as if you're edging yourself into a new cycle, but you're sort of testing the water first. And that's really important. Page of Cups. So if you're ending a relationship, you know that step by step, right? You have to speak to your partner to say, I'm so sorry, but this relationship isn't working. I think we need to look at temporary separation, right? Step one. If this is you thinking about leaving your job, it may well be that you ask your boss for an elongated holiday, you know, rather than taking 2 weeks off, can I take 3 weeks off, or can I even take a sabbatical? And a sabbatical may be 3 months. And in those 3 months, you may be getting an idea of what life would be like if you didn't do the 9 to 5. Could you structure your day? Could you manage your time effectively and get the work done? Do you have a strong work ethic? Or do you know that you just sit there watching television? Oh, I don't have to actually go into the office. This is great, right? No, you're going to have to work. Do you have what it takes? Do you have an entrepreneurial mind? Because entrepreneurs work damn hard. All right. Page of Swords. This is a very straightforward, honest conversation about what you hope to achieve in your future. It could be this is a sit-down chat with HR after you come back from sabbatical. You may decide to work part-time, not full-time, with a view that you may, in 6 months' time, decide then is the time to actually leave your job. Could I work part-time, not full-time? You may be feeling that the other half of the week you could spend building a business. You could do it that way, step by step. If this is you detaching from a relationship, this is basically the conversation. Okay, we've moved into separation. I'm sorry that this is happening. I think it might be time for me to find my own place, or we're going to have to tell the kids, right? King of Swords. Talking about legalities, getting more information. Maybe looking at the costs of a website designer. Maybe researching copyright for a new business. Maybe speaking to a divorce lawyer. This is all progress. 9 of coins. For some of you, you will end up officially single, although you may still be moving through a divorce process, or you may still be needing to sort out child support. For others of you, with a 9 of coins, this is you making sure that you've got a really firm financial foundation before you leave a stable job. Enough in providing you with a financial foundation in case anything goes wrong with a new career. Yes. And what do we have, Sag? We have finally, the wheel begins to move forward. You're not jumping off a cliff like this fool, right? You're taking it slowly, but that wheel is beginning to move you into a new cycle. And whatever this is for you, Sag, it is a destined path. This is a new cycle, a new path that you're going to be on probably for the next 10, 20, 30 years. So it's worth taking your time to make sure you do this right first time around. It's beautiful. Sag, I'm going to leave the reading there. It's been a long reading. I'm losing my voice. Do forgive me. I hope it's helped some of you out there. So it's food for thought, right? Take care of you. As always, sending love and light your way, and many blessings. Bye, Sag.